Hello, friends. Welcome to One Foot In. I'm Juliana, resident psychic medium, paranormal investigator, blah, 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 blah. And today I want to talk to you about credibility. Now, a paranormal work has a real credibility challenge. And we live in an age of technology where there's been an incredible uh, advancement in the technologies that are available and the ways to measure the information coming through psychic mediums and so on. There's a lot of evidence that has been gleaned because of the advancements in paranormal research. And we have a lot of fun apps we can put on our phone and a lot of fun equipment that we can buy. And it helps to enhance and lend some credibility to the work that we do. But ultimately, with regard to the PIAC, Minnesota Paranormal research and the work that we do, the investigations that we've done, it comes down to the psychic medium's ability to connect with the unseen forces, the spirit energy, and bring it into our real world. And the equipment is a way to help enhance that, but also a tool to make it easier for that communication to occur. But I believe that when you go into an investigation, you should be confident, but you should also sit the people down, your clients down, and make it very clear that you will do your level best with the tools and the technology and the ability that you have, but that there are no guarantees that the information you're getting is accurate or has to do with them. Case in point, someone has, they live in a condo, and there was a haunting going on in this condo. Well, it turned out that the haunting wasn't actually connected to that particular person or their particular condo. It had to do with the land that the condo was on. And so there was this indirect connection here. They were the recipients of the experiences and the activity, but it didn't have a connection to them. Because sometimes people, they just assume that the paranormal events that are occurring have to do with them, or it's demonic or something like that, and that's actually not the case. For everybody, it can be different. It can be unrelated to them, but they're just, the unwitting recipient. It's not always connected to the house. It's not always old farmhouses that are haunted. It's not always the spirit of a girl in a white dress with long brown hair at the end of the road. And credibility isn't just about making sure that your clients understand it's a hit or miss, but your credibility when you're filming adventures. There's a difference between investigations and adventures. Paranormal investigations are a team of people or individuals that take all of their talents, knowledge, equipment, experience to the scene of an event, interview the people that are experiencing the event, determine if there's anything scientific or mechanical or physical that you can say this is definitively what's happening. It's a leaky pipe or a broken window. It's not a ghost, or it's a kid playing a prank on somebody. So you go in, and the first thing you do is you debunk. And that lends to the amount of credibility you're going to have with those clients, because you need to put the science first. You need to get the evidence before you can go in and say, oh, there's a spirit. Oh, I feel you. You were chopped up. Before you go in and do all that bullshit, you got to make sure that there isn't something obvious. And when they see that you are taking it seriously, you will, in fact, do your due diligence for debunking. Because ultimately, the goal isn't to sensationalize or glamorize a paranormal event or to make yourself look good. You should not be in this business to stroke your ego. You should be in it to assist people that are experiencing unidentified events that are affecting their families and affecting their lives. And that includes a lot of different areas, not just the psychic abilities and the paranormal research and investigation. It's also about utilizing that priority of credibility to get out there and say, hey, I got to tell you, I'm not getting anything today. And go in there and say, we're going to debunk. We're going to look at the logical, the obvious things first. Mechanical, physical, weather-related, kid playing a prank, whatever. And if there are no tangible explanations that fall into the category of debunking, then you know that you can move forward with the possibility of paranormal. And from there, you can work the investigation, but you have to let them know that there may be no guarantee that you're going to pick up something. If a psychic medium tells you that every time they walk into a place that they're going to pick something up and they're 100% right, they are a fraud, a liar, a charlatan, a grandstander, a grifter. Because true psychic abilities, yeah, you can turn them on and off to some extent. But when you're in a home of people, and some of those people are against you being there and they're blocking your energy, or there are psychic interferences, or the energy in the house, the entities in that house do not wish to communicate with you, they don't have to, and they're not going to, and you're going to go bust. So it's important that you let your clients know that your credibility means something. And that's why you're first going to debunk. And then you are going to make sure that they understand that you may or may not get anything. I've been, many times in my life, been into situations where we've gone on paranormal adventures and didn't pick up anything. And other times where I was overwhelmed with what I picked up. Same thing with investigations. That's one of the reasons we don't charge. We can't charge for something that, for a service we can't guarantee. You can't guarantee you're going to go in there and find the problem. You can't guarantee you're going to go in there and fix the problem. You can't guarantee that there really is a problem. So you need to approach it from a place of spirit, not ego. And you need to approach it in a rational, scientific way first, and then go into the psychic issues. And be easy on yourself. If you're a psychic medium like me, and you don't get that communication that you want, don't force it. Don't try to make stuff up as you go, because you want to, you want to be the center of attention. You want to give them something. White lies have no place in paranormal work. And be sure to distinguish between paranormal investigations and paranormal adventures. Paranormal investigations are serious work where you go in with your team and you go in with your equipment and you interview everyone and you explain everything that you're going to do and how the equipment works and that you can or cannot get anything, and you do your debunking. That is an investigation. A paranormal adventure is when you and, you're out on a date with your honey and you decide you're going to drive through a cemetery at night and you're just going to have fun, you're going to take selfies and see if you can pick up a ghost here and there, whatever. So, or what do they call them? Spelunkers, those urban cavers or whatever, that's paranormal adventure. So there really is a distinction there, and we need to keep that in mind when we are working on our credibility. So it's important for your reputation and your credibility to be sure that you are taking all of the steps to let your clients know that, yeah, you have these gifts, but they're not perfect. You might go into an investigation, you might have a migraine, you might not feel well. You might not be in sync with that client. There's all kinds of factors, an endless amount of factors that can play a role in how successful you're going to be as a psychic medium and a paranormal investigator. And that's why it's important to be sure that you remain credible at all times. Because your clients will respect and appreciate you more, especially if it's a situation where you're going into a house and the wife has been experiencing terrible events, scaring her to death, and the husband's an asshole who doesn't believe her, and they really don't believe you. When you sit down and tell them, I'm going to first debunk, and I'm going to second explain to you that I may or may not get anything, and reinforce that we're not charging you for this. We're here to help your wife, because we love our work and we have these gifts for a reason. When you sit down and you speak reasonably and logically to that naysayer, they're going to relax a little bit and they're going to open up and they're going to realize that you're not trying to grandstand. But if you go in there with hands out for money and you start putting on a big drama where it's more like, local theater than a legitimate scientific investigation, you will lose credibility with that naysayer. And they're the ones that you need to concentrate on. Not try to convince them of anything, but to give them the facts as they are. Because there really is no guarantee. So if you are a medium, a psychic medium or a healer, or any you possess any of these incredible gifts, and you do this work for others, always go into it from a place of spirit and humanity, not a place of ego. And be very clear with your clients what you can and can't do and what may or may not happen. Because even if they don't get the result that they want, which is to be the next Warren film, they will probably respect you for being real with them and true with them. And that will help them to relax and be more receptive. And your goal as a paranormal investigator isn't to sensationalize and get the next biggest movie. If it is, you are wrong and you need to step back. Your goal is to empower the homeowners, the afflicted, help them, give them the tools, the teaching, identify the paranormal problem, and give them the tools to take back their home, take back their lives. Because we with the gifts don't have an exclusive. These gifts are here for a reason, to open the lines of communication with the other side so that we can assist others to be able to handle it. So, credibility is of the utmost importance in paranormal work. And if you go and approach your paranormal work from a place of spirit and humanity and not a place of ego, the right words, the right phrases, the right actions will come. And you will be more appreciated for the work that you do for your clients. And you will be much more credible to the world at large. So until next time, keep one foot in